period in which I grew up and was blessed to be able to contribute was the fact that we were made up of a community of people touched by great courage. And that courage was constantly on display by many who paid the supreme price for their commitment to honor and to justice and to freedom. Dr. King, Malcolm X, great people like Fannie Lou Hamer and Ella Baker, so many. We had a rich harvest of courageous people who stepped into the breach. What was perhaps more significant was how young everyone was, because much of what shaped the period in which we lived was the courage and the astuteness of our young people. If you take Andy Young, and if you take Jesse Jackson, and if you take Julian Bond and Diane Nash, all of these young people were 18 years old when they stepped into the space, and they charted the course. Dr. King was 24 when I met him. I was 26. That's relatively young, but he led and helped design a path for us that was unflinching in its courage and in its conclusions. And I think we have let all that go. And I think that we're going to be held hostage for that fact. America has done away with radical thinking. It has made radical thinking not an objective that's pursued. Without radical thought, there can be no change. Without radical thought, there can be no good. And we have done everything in this country to squash radical thought. We've numbed the nation culturally. We've become mindless in the choices that we make and our daily diet culturally. The things that we celebrate is more about our hedonist pleasures than it is our human success in meeting the needs of the day. The globe is in trouble. The earth is being destroyed. All living creatures are on the road to extinction, and nobody seems to be called to the alarm. Well, if I am to be influenced, and I am, a lot by what scientists are discovering, I don't think we're going to see many more centuries. Maybe not another one if we continue to go at the rate we're going with the pollution of the earth, the mindlessness, and how we rape nature, and what we've done in the indifference with one another. Millions of people are dying in Africa and Asia. Wars are abundant. Never before has there been as much tragedy and violence as we see in the world today. And we seem to have a propensity for perpetuating even more violence. Something's wrong with that. And I want to know who's paying attention. Where are the thinkers? Where are the think tanks? Where are the leaders? Where are those who not only lead us socially, but where are those who lead us spiritually? I think the church has failed, and failed miserably. I think, as a matter of fact, it has become part of the problem rather than part of the liberation. And when I speak with great liberation theologists like Dr. Cornel West and others whom I respect come from the world of the clergy, they will tell you that they feel there's much to be done in the spirit of what it was that Dr. King had started. And I think much of what he has to say on that subject was written when he wrote Letters from a Birmingham Jail.